78 Sports TV here. So I'm checking out my boy Boxing Beats and Rhymes page.
Doing it from Boxing Beats and Rhymes channel.
This is Tony Thompson, chilling with Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Everyone you chilling with Boxing Beats and Rhymes. This is that mere hardcore man store on Boxing Beats and Rhymes YouTube channel.
I don't know if you want to answer. Possible Manny Pacquiao fight with Floyd Mayweather. How you feel about that?
Well, basically, it's a fight that still has the potential to happen.
Yeah, I heard that Frotch and DeGale is fighting, man. Who you got winning?
I'm going to go with James DeGale.
Why?
I just like the way James DeGale fight. I think he'll better boxing than Frotch than me. More skill. But Frotch, he knows how to win the big fights, but I'm leaning towards the younger James DeGale.
Although Frotch is saying now fighting DeGale doesn't motivate me, but
that's the way they say he's going to lose the fight.
Yeah. It's hard to say. I don't know what's happening if this fight is happening. What source should I take as a reliable source that is actually fighting?
Because I haven't heard. I haven't heard. But if they about to make this fight, I'm definitely going to watch.
Yeah.
This is the fight I've been asking for a minute anyway.
Hell yeah. This is mandatory, man. It's
your
mandatories. Why do people fight the mandatories, man?
Yeah, everybody. But I like James DeGale anyway. I'm ready for him to get his shine. I think he can be a good champion.
What's Mickey Van talking about, man? He says that Carl Frotch should fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., not James DeGale. What's he talking about?
Frotch is Chavez is getting high at the Fat Burger, eating hamburgers and shit. He ain't thinking about fighting.
Wow. That's crazy, man. What's he talking? Let's see his logic behind that. What's his logic?
Yeah, the dude ain't been doing nothing though. People get I don't think Frost's gonna fight anytime soon anyway.
Mickey Van said it's not a ticket seller, and why would he fight a man that spends his time running around outside the ring, which is boring to watch? Look, you see? Look at these dudes ticket selling. What are you? These people's accountants? You're a referee.
Watch the fight. What, they worried about the wrong shit.
Yeah, you're a referee. You're not an accountant. When you become an accountant?
Yeah, I don't like that shit. Watch the fight.
Yeah.
I don't like these new fans. They wouldn't like in the 90s. We wouldn't talk about tickets.
No, he's a boxing referee. Mickey Van is one of the oldest figures in British boxing.
Okay.
It's not just a fan. If it's just a fan, I'd ignore it. He should know better than that. He's older than me and you, probably put together. You know what I mean? Absolute nutter. What's he talking about?
Nothing.
Leon Spinks is in hospital.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Abdominal problems.
I saw that on my feed.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to him, man. He's on that list, man, from the 80s. 80s was the cocaine era, man, in boxing.
Yeah.
Leon Spinks, Michael Dokes, Jerry Cooney, Tony Tubbs, John Tate.
And you can even put our boy over there from welterweight. What's the dude who got knocked out by Stallings? Donald Curry was on that shit, too.
Was Curry on that shit?
Yeah, he was on coke.
Man, Ray Leonard was on it.
Yeah, that was the 80s drug.
Yeah, Pryor, Alexis Arguello, Wilfred Benitez, Hector Camacho.
There's too many people you can name. You can keep going on and on about that shit.
Edwin Rosario, Rocky Lockridge, Pernell Whitaker. I think Whitaker was the 90s though, but yeah, it was definitely that era. 80s and 90s, cocaine. Cocaine.
Yeah.
Esteban de Jesus. So yeah, Michael Spinks, Leon Spinks, I should say. Yeah, Leon Spinks, man. Sad. They're saying that he could recover, but they're praying for him. Facing a tough fight. You know? But you know he went wild after he beat Ali, man. He went wild.
Yeah, I had an uncle down here. He was in the military, too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He served.
Yeah, he was stationed down here. He was stationed.
Was he in the Marines?
Yeah, he was in the Marine Corps down in North Carolina.
Yeah.
He was stationed. He was good drunk, too.
Yeah, he was doing it all, man. He was doing it all.
Yeah.
They said after one party, Did he have gold fronts?
I don't know. My dad was stationed when he was in the military with him too. My dad said he used to be pissy drunk all the time.
Yeah, I heard one time he got drunk at one party, then he woke up and they robbed him of all his gold, and I think they even took his gold fronts out of his mouth, man.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, you know? Like Oliver McCall, I remember when he won the title, was it when he won the title? I think he went on some mad binge, and he just got his check. He had the check in his hand. And I don't know who he was rolling with. The next day he couldn't find the check. So they had to cancel the check and issue him the next check. And you're talking a big check. I don't know how much it was, but it's just hundreds and thousands or maybe millions. You know?
Smoking Bert Cooper.
Smoking Bert Cooper.
Because he was in the projects here smoking some shit up.
Yeah, man. In the PJs, yeah?
Yeah, he was in the PJs. After he fought Holyfield, he was down here. What year he fought Holyfield? 92?
About 91, 92. About
yeah,
92.
He was down in the projects. He was down in the projects down here buying some shit because he was dealing with a woman down here. Both of them she on crack too.
Damn. Once upon a time in the projects, yo. I saw the prodigy of Smoking Joe.
Yeah, because my homeboy, I ain't even believe it. My homeboy said, what's that dude we watched at your house fight, Holyfield? He down here buying crack.
Wow. They withheld his purse against Foreman because they suspected drug usage. Because he didn't fight. He didn't turn up at the fight there at all, and he just quit.
Yeah, because he was like, him and that girl he was dealing with down here, they used to have crack parties.
Crack party.
Crackheads. Bought a whole bunch of crackheads. A party was a party for crackheads.
Yeah. You see, in the 70s, you know, cocaine, that became... It wasn't just bourgeois. It used to be very bourgeois. Only a select demographic of people could afford it. In the 70s.
I ain't trying to joke my man or nothing, but I know my homeboys got half of that HBO shit.
Oh, shit, man. Shit.
Nah, I'm going to leave Bert Cooper alone. But what's he doing now?
Man, I ain't got a clue. Man. Johnny Tapia, he got on that shit too. John Tate. Remember Big John Tate?
Yeah. Tony Ayala sniffed cocaine too. You ain't say him.
Yeah, he took everything though, man. He took heroin and everything, you know. Like John Tate, man, like he couldn't read or write, man. And like he won the title in South Africa, and like he was living the good life. He fucked this female journalist, and she was saying she's never fucked a dude as good as that shit. And he was the man. And he became homeless, man. He became homeless and a drug addict, man. You know. And he died later. He died quite young.
Yeah, that's my. That's crazy though. That's sad too.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. You know, like Tony Tubbs, coke fucked him up, man. He never came in shape, and he was skillful, man. He had speed, agility. He was good, man.
Tony Tubbs was on crack coke bad. I used to read up on him. A lot of these guys was on coke, but like. Every world champion was like smoking back then or putting that shit up their nose.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't got Tyson on this list here. Tyson, he admitted he was taking coke, man. He was a cokehead. He said he was a cokehead. You know
That's what they did in the 80s. You can go back, all the sports athletes did that.
Yeah. Jerry Cooney's on this list here. Mm-hmm. Jerry Cooney, you know, that must have been after the Holmes fight, man.
Yeah.
Because I always wondered how Michael Spinks knocked him out like that. I said, how you knock out Michael Spinks? Michael Spinks knocked you out. And look at the size of you to Mike. Mike's you're dwarfing Mike, man.
He ain't look like he trained for that fight, neither.
Yeah, something never looked right there. I mean, something never looked right. Pinkland Thomas.
Thomas was on that shit.
Yeah, he was fucking with that shit. And it really robbed him of his gifts, man. He became slow. I remember when he lost the title to Burbick, he just looked slow, man. He looked slow. Still dribble.
Donald Curry was on that shit bad, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, Donald Curry was on that shit bad. I had like I used to collect these magazines in the 90s. They was talking about that. Like when Terry Norris was knocked him out, he was coming out of rehab.
That was sad when Norris beat him up, man. It was sad when Michael Nunn beat him up. Remember Michael Nunn gave him a beat?
Yeah, but I don't count that because he was a shell of himself when they beat.
You mean you don't count? You gotta count it, you know. You
can't go out there. If a dude ain't been trained, you beat up, he's smoking crack. That don't count.
Look, man, you can't look. If you're gonna just add up boxing to the fights,
beat up prime Donald Curry, they did.
Yeah, but you can't just add up boxing to the fights where somebody was functional in their life. Or you'd have no fights. I mean, lots of fighters took stuff, man. Lots of fighters took stuff. And so what if he won the fight? You'd count it then?
Nah, I knew he was gonna win that fight when they announced it. They just beat up a man that had a name. That's what I looked at it.
Nah, he lost, man. He lost.
I knew Terry Norris was gonna knock him out before the fight started.
Like Dokes, man. They say Dokes used to go in high into the ring. I remember when he got knocked out by Jerry Cortzia. And they said he was partying that night before, like mad. And he went and lost his title. What a waste.
I thought Razor Ruddock almost killed Michael Dokes, honestly.
Yeah, that looked like a murder in the ring. The second left hook on the ropes, boy. Because Ruddock's legs left the ground to land that shot, man. That shot was scary, man. His legs come off the ground, you know. Like Esteban Jesus, the guy who beat Duran first, he caught AIDS later on, so he could have been using needles and shit.
Yeah, he was using needles in Puerto Rico. That's what my dad told me.
Damn, son. Damn. Hey, I heard Don Curry is shacked up with a boy.
What?
Some say he's in a homosexual relationship in Texas.
Man,
I don't know if that's true, though.
Fighters. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to quote their source. That's my boy.
Quote the source. I don't
want to hear that.
I hear that, dog. I hear that.
That was one of my favorite fighters growing up. Hell no, he ain't good.
I mean, Aaron Pryor, he didn't even lose his title in the ring, man. He lost his title to drugs.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got. I think he would have probably retired undefeated.
Who knows, maybe.
Bobby Joe Young gonna beat no damn ass.
Cause I remember when he came back to the ring, man, like against Bobby Joe Young. And there was something, he definitely wasn't right. And he got knocked out. I hated that fight, man. I was pissed at that fight, man. I was sad. You know, because when he got knocked down, he started doing the hawk sign or something, and then the referee just counted him out. It was weird, man. You know?
Yeah, he was on that shit though.
Yeah, he was on that shit, dog.
Benitez was on that shit too. You ain't say him.
Yeah, he's on the list. Him and Alexis Arguello was on that shit. You know?
But a lot of them guys, when they make money, they got like an entourage they used to introduce, bring shit. They used to have parties after they win fight. You got people bringing shit to a party, like, try this.
Yeah. I was shocked when I heard Arguello was taking it. And Benitez.
I read somebody, I forgot which fight it was, said somebody introduced him to cocaine, and he sniffed it. And he was like, that was it.
By the time Benitez fought Mustafa Hamsho, and I'm figuring he lost that fight on points. Yeah,
but they did a lot of, who else was on that shit? It seemed like all the Legends Elite people like Hagler and not Hagler.
Hagler didn't take that shit, bro.
I know Larry Holmes ain't take that shit neither.
Nah, Holmes didn't take that shit, bro. Larry Holmes, he didn't take that shit.
But you could tell, like, the people that were taking it, because they started, you could look in some, like Donald Curry, he used to come in the ring, look like he was high to me, like his later fights.
Damn, man. Sad. Yeah. You see, he lost.
Like, how he go out like that? Because they was talking about him fighting Leonard, Hearns, and damn Hagler in the ring.
Yeah. It just went all downhill, man. All downhill. See, it doesn't take long, man. Don't take long. Hector Camacho, he was on the drugs from when he was young. I know that for sure.
Yeah, me
when
too.
He was a kid. Yeah. But he just had a lot of natural ability.
He died like down the street from my grandmother's house in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. They shot up the car, man. And they found the guy who was driving, they found him with 9 bags of cocaine in the car.
Well, he was getting into some shit before that happened, though.
Yeah, I've got him on the dysfunctional boxers list. He's still to come. Yeah, he was getting into a lot of shit. He got shot before that.
Yeah, he got in fights in Puerto Rico as an old like right before that happened. He was getting in fights on the street and shit.
Yep. Hall of Famer though, you know.
Yeah.
Like I forgot, man. You had to show me that fight when he fought Jose Luis Ramirez when he floored him with that combo. He floored Ramirez, man.
Yeah, if Ramirez wasn't getting knocked down back then.
Nah.
If that's the speed, it was that speed. His speed was like blinding. He had like Roy Jones type of speed.
Yeah.
But it seemed like after he got out of lightweight, he wasn't the same. He ain't had the same speed.
Nah, he didn't. He was even better at junior lightweight, man. He was even better
130, because he beat the shit out of Bazooka Limon.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of Bazooka Limon, man.
He had that damn Roy Jones. He had that uncanny speed. That's why got that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
he had blinding speed.
Yeah, he did.
But like after when he moved up to 140, he was like never the same to me.
Nah, by the time, you know, obviously maybe the drug use or you know, Edwin Rosario, he was on that coke. That remained
Yeah, Edwin Rosario, he was a bad man too. Chapo.
Yeah, El Chapo.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, he's dead now, man. How did he die? He died, man. He died in sad circumstances, man.
My cousins and them is trying to say it's rumors that Trinidad was on that shit, like sniffing that shit, but I don't know how true that is.
Trinidad.
Yeah, my cousins tell me in Puerto Rico, they was saying that he was sniffing that shit too.
Wow. Maybe. Like Rosario, not exposed, but you know, he was the first one to hurt Camacho really bad, man. He hurt him bad.
Yeah, and Camacho like fought safe ever since.
Yeah, he did, man. He did. He stayed on the move, man. He stayed on the move. You know? I'm trying to think, man. How did Rosario die?
Plus, Chapo can fight.
Oh,
Chapo beat up damn. Then Chapo beat up Livingston.
Yeah, he beat up Livingston Bramble, man. He beat up Livingston Bramble. Just after Bramble beat Mancini twice.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
Yeah, narcotics and alcohol, man. He died of a brain aneurysm with fluid accumulated in the lungs.
Yeah,
wow.
Wasn't Bramble on that shit too? Not the.
What's that?
Wasn't Bramble on that shit too?
No, I don't think Livingston. I never heard it. Maybe, but I never heard about that. But it wouldn't shock me. It seems like the whole of the 80s. You know what I mean? Because the list I've got here is going in a chain. Like Frankie Randall.
Yeah, he was the surgeon.
Yeah, the surgeon.
Yeah, you know surgeons know how to use needles, so you know he on the list. No, I'm just joking. But Roger Mayweather goes up there too. I remember reading some shit on him.
Who, Roger Mayweather?
Yeah.
Floyd Sr. probably sold it to him, man.
Yeah, he sold it to Floyd's mom, so
he probably did. Yeah, because he was Randall was on it bad in the 80s, but he cleaned himself up in the 90s, and that was his best years. But they say he threw away his best. Because it's funny, he fought Edwin Rosario in London, Frankie Randall. It was a really good fight, a 10-rounder. It was a weird fight that they got matched up in London. I think it was at Bethnal Green as well. Yeah. And it's a classic fight. I remember it was on BBC One. I got it on videotape, man. But yeah, he messed up his career, man. Messed up his career, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember that fight with Chavez, man. I'm watching that fight because I knew the fight was, I knew the result was out there. So I just hid from any kind of newspapers or radio. And then I remember I watched it late in the morning on ITV, and I'm watching this fight, man. And when he floored Chavez, man, I couldn't believe it. When he floored Chavez, I was in shock, man. I was in shock, bro. And he beat him.
Yeah.
First man to beat fucking Chavez in 90-odd fights. Was it 90 or 80-odd? How much fights was he unbeaten?
Chavez was on that shit too, Errol. I mean, not Errol, but Beats.
Yeah, he was. Because
I watched the documentary last night. I watched that documentary they had out about Chavez. He was on it during the damn De La Hoya time. We were fighting De La Hoya.
Yeah, Oscar was on it too.
Oscar was on it too.
Oscar was on it too, bro.
Yeah, Oscar is just a weirdo now. Oscar doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Oscar, God, man, he was on something.
Frost dressing transvestite homo champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when I saw them photos, I said, them photos are doctored. And he came out and said, nah, the photos ain't doctored, bro.
Nah, they ain't doctored.
And they've got the dildo shot in the ass crack as well out there.
Yeah, I was like, Oscar, golden girl.
You know that, man. Rocky Lockridge.
Yeah.
That was
Rocky.
sad. Man.
Yeah, that was real sad, too.
Like, when you saw him crying on the TV that time, man, that was sad, man.
And my boy, it's like everybody from Puerto Rico was on that shit. You ain't say Gomez either.
Was Wilfredo Gomez on that shit?
Yeah, he was sniffing that shit before he fought, what's the dude that died in the car accident?
Sanchez.
Yeah, he was on that shit before he fought Sanchez.
Damn. I didn't know that.
Still pound for pound.
I didn't know that. Yo, Lockridge fucked up his voice box, didn't he?
Yeah, he damaged his voice box in the fight. He ain't never recovered.
Damn, man.
That's why he talk like that now.
Wow.
Rocky Lockridge could punch hard. Now we still need to go back. You, me, and that need to go back. I thought he beat Chavez, the first person to beat Chavez.
That's the next fight. We need, now he needs to do a throwback Monday on that one. Rocky Lockridge and Chavez Jr. Chavez Sr. He needs to, definitely throwback needs to be done on that.
Yeah, because I scored the fight. I don't see how Chavez won that fight.
Man, to be honest, my memories are vague on it, man. I did watch it. I didn't watch it at the time. I saw it on YouTube years back. But I have to watch it again. I have to watch it again. So you've got Lockridge winning that.
I got Lockridge winning that.
Man, look at Michael Nunn as well, man. He got on that shit.
Never get high on your own supply. Well, he selling that shit too.
Yeah, he was selling it. That's where he's in jail, man. That's why he's in jail. He was transporting that shit, bro.
He got caught with some kilos, like over 10 keys, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he ain't getting out no time soon.
Damn, son.
He'll probably be an old ass man when he get out.
Barkley didn't take that shit, did he? I don't think he did. He might have done. He ended up broke, man.
I believe he did take it.
Yeah, he must have took something to end up broke, man. How you end up broke like that? He had a lot of money. They said he was keeping his money in the wardrobe, and he was just buying suits and all stupid shit and cars.
Yeah.
Blew off his money. And they had to do a pension thing for
like
him,
every champion around that area was on that shit.
Yeah. Too many of them, man. Johnny Tapia.
He definitely was on it. I like boxing. Most of them guys that we saw, they got beat because they was on them drugs.
What boxers?
Like all of them. If you go back and look at all them fights,
they got beat because they got beat.
Donald Curry came back out of crack house recovering. He went to see the doctor and he put him in the ring with Terry Norris. How y'all gonna do that man like that?
Man, you shouldn't have took it, man. Like Pernell Whitaker.
I was like, no, don't fight Terry, man. Why y'all doing that? You know he gonna get knocked. I knew he gonna get knocked out before the fight started.
Yeah.
You can look at his Jerry curl afro. That shit was all dry. I knew he just looked like he just. I just knew he was gonna get beat.
Yeah, it was sad. I remember when Norris beat him up, and Michael Nunn beat him up.
Yeah, I was like, y'all beat up my man. Y'all wait till my man get high, and then y'all want to jump on him.
Yeah, man, that's the thing in boxing. You got to be ruthless. I can't be looking at you and say, well, oh man, he took coke, I'll go easy. No, you just take your beating.
I remember when they announced in the fight, they were like, well, he was good one time.
Oh, no. Sad.
Like, Beans, you got to remember the people doing that fight already had Norris knocking them out before the shit started.
Yeah, well, you go in the ring, you take the loss. An L is an L. I'm a grown man. I can't defend you. You're a grown man.
Yeah, because that's why I don't really rate Norris like that. Because everybody he knocked out was like coming back off of drugs that's trying to get back in the game. Meldrick Taylor was on that shit too.
Man, I don't agree with that, man. I don't agree with that.
He got the biggest wins off of crack. His former top. And then they crack his. His biggest wins.
He fought when he had to fight, man. Like he fought everybody who was around.
Yeah.
He destroyed Mugabe. You know?
Crackhead.
Who, Mugabe? Crackhead?
Crackhead.
Was he?
Head crack, yep.
Nah, he wasn't on no drugs, man.
Head crack, I read it.
Okay, he might have been. Let me Bucks record, let's see.
You heard what Whatchamacall? I read in the magazine that he was on it. He snuffed that. All them dudes in the 80s, I don't know why they
It was
did
just that era, man. It was just that era.
Shit, I grew up around crackheads, so I ain't want to be one. I don't even see how you could be a new crackhead.
I grew up around crackheads as well, man. My next door neighbor just crackheads. Every crackheads everywhere where I live, where I grew up. You know what I mean? Crackheads fucking everywhere. And I didn't like them.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? I did not like them.
Except on groceries, Dad, you could get $200 worth of steaks for $30. That's what I like.
Man, Terry Norris has got a great record, man. He beat Quincy Taylor in '88. He beat Buster Drayton, even guys like Steve Little, who was tough, and Quincy and Baptiste was tough in the '80s. Lost to Julian Jackson. That was a good Jorge Vaca he beat in '89. Tough. And former champion. Knocked out Mugabe. You say he was washed up, but nevertheless, he beat the French guy. He beat Leonard. And you see, Leonard was favored to beat Norris.
Leonard looked like an old-ass man during that fight.
Yeah, he did. He did.
That man had no reflexes, was gone. Just look old.
Man. Don Curry.
Crackhead.
Jorge Castro, he beat Jorge Castro. That was a good win.
That was a good win.
You know, that was a good win.
Donald Curry win, I don't rate that. Now, Donald Curry got a pair of my sneakers. Wonder where I got it, because he hit
I remember Simon Brown lit up Norris, though. Remember Simon Brown?
Yeah, man. I just shot him because I just knew, damn. You can't sleep on Simon Brown. I just knew Simon Brown was going to lose that fight, though.
What, the rematch he lost?
Yeah, the rematch. But, they were supposed to fight one time, then it got postponed because I got that shit on tape because I recorded. It was supposed to be postponed before he got knocked out. They were supposed to fight another time. Then when they fought, they rescheduled it. That's when he knocked out Terry Norris.
Man. Remember them 3 fights he had with Luis Santana? That was mad. He got disqualified twice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. He knew that dude was on the ground, though. He just hit him.
Yeah, he did. He had a nasty streak on him, man.
Yeah, he was a mean-ass dude, but Troy Waters, man, almost shot the hell out of me that fight.
Oh, you got lucky. Well, he didn't get lucky, but I don't believe in lucky in the ring. But, man, he nearly got his clock clean, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, get the popcorn.
Troy was spraying bombs, boy.
I ain't see how Terry Norris escaped out that fight with the belt.
Man, he just kept fighting, man. He showed a lot of resilience, man.
Yeah, he was hitting Terry Norris with some shit, though.
Yeah, he's getting hit himself, though.
Yeah, he was getting hit, too, because Terry Norris dropped him, too.
Hell yeah. Norris was.
That was a good-ass fight, though.
It was, man. It was.
You go and look at YouTube, they got something I think is labeled the Unexpected War.
It was a good fight, man. It was a good fight. And Pernell Whitaker, man. Whitaker ended up on the
Whitaker started getting high around the damn. Right after when he got around 140, he started getting high a while back, though.
The Chavez fight, man.
Yeah. Both of them were high during that fight, though.
Damn, man. Bucks is taking that shit, man.
I watching that documentary. Whatchamacall started believing all the hype, like nobody can beat him. He started training a little bit and started doing drugs. He was on drugs when he fought De La Hoya.
Who, Whitaker? Whitaker was on some shit when he fought De La Hoya? Yeah, he probably, yeah. Joe Bugner, he got a heart attack, man.
When?
Recently, the last few days, man.
Okay. I heard something wrong with Ali right now.
Oh, man, and all the old school heavyweights, man.
Yeah, his brother said Ali is real sick and can't. And then I got another update on my email and say he can't talk right now.
Well, Ali ain't been able to talk for a while anyway.
Yeah, but that's what they said on my own thing.
Father time, bro. Father time.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about, man. Father time, man.
You finished the coke thing?
The coke list. Who else is on the cocaine list? I think that's about all. Like Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, he was
Joe
like
Calzaghe. Nigel Benn. He was on that shit.
Antonio Tarver used to be a crackhead.
Who?
Antonio Tarver used to be a crackhead.
It was?
Yeah, it's well documented. Look it up.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Tarver used to be on that stuff.
That's why he couldn't bail himself out. He was broke. I don't even have to bail him out. And he got in trouble recently, innit? You'd have thought with all the purse money, he could have bailed himself out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nigel Benn.
Nigel Benn was on that shit?
Yeah, he was like partying like a rock star. Yeah, Nigel Benn. But now he's into his religion now.
But damn, Bert Cooper, I think he's still on that shit out here.
They wouldn't shot me. Ricky Hatton. He was like, they showed him, man, on the News of the World and on the front page, man, snorting that shit up. They exposed him in that photo, innit?
Yeah.
And Joe Calzaghe.
Joe Calzaghe.
Yeah. Frank Bruno, he was on all types of drugs.
Frank.
He was on all types of drugs too.
All them damn champions, all them heavyweights from the 90s, like was early 90s and late 80s, in the 80s was on that shit.
Yeah, man. I don't think Holyfield took. I don't think Riddick Bowe took anything. I think he was just getting beaten up, innit?
I think Riddick Bowe just took Twinkies. He was high on Little
Twinkies,
Devil.
man. Dude put a fridge in his bedroom when he won the title. That just destroyed his career, man. He
couldn't get up, and so he had the snacks right there. I heard about that. I would have fired him. Like, that's why Rock Newman and that shit is, he ain't fought no. I'm gonna get in that article so you can read it. Rock Newman did not want to fight him no big punches. That's why he didn't fight Razor Ruddick and all them other guys in the 90s.
Yeah, well, it looks like there was logic behind that because his neurological status now isn't that great. So
this before he had that shit done. There's Rock Newman that's admitted that they kept him away from bigger punches.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they didn't want the Ruddick fight.
They didn't want the Ruddick fight. They didn't want him to fight Frank Bruno. They had a list of people he said no to.
Yeah, well, Frank had a big punch, man. Frank had that big
He didn't
punch.
want to fight. He definitely didn't want him to fight Ray Mercer, I heard.
Oh, you didn't want no part of Ray?
Nah. They had an opportunity to fight Tim Witherspoon. They turned that fight down.
Damn. Man, I remember when they bought, they bought in Dokes.
Because Rock Newman said somebody had knocked him out in sparring. I forgot who it was.
They're not really counting sparring, yeah?
Yeah, with headgear on.
Damn. I wonder who that was.
Yeah, but Rock Newman kept him away, so that's why. Because he really look at his resume, he only fought Holyfield. That's the only Hall of Famer up there.
Holyfield. Yeah.
That's it.
He fought some good heavyweights though, but like you say, no big punches. He didn't want no part of Ruddick. He didn't want no part of Lennox. Threw the belt in the bin. I remember that time he had 2 defenses on the trot, man, against Michael Dokes and Ferguson, and they were all washed up by the time he fought them.
And they gave him a hard fight.
No, they didn't. They got all.
Tubbs did.
No, Dokes didn't. Dokes and Ferguson didn't.
Oh, they were past their prime.
Yeah, no.
Well, I don't know how Ferguson did that because he went and fought Ray Mercer and gave Ray Mercer a hard fight.
Yeah, that was strange. Yeah, they said Ferguson said that Mercer offered him a bribe late on in the fight to let him lose.
Yeah, you're like, come on, man. I already.
You know? No, Tubbs fought Bowe before he had the belt.
Yeah.
When they were coming
But
up.
Bowe-
Gave him
but
that was a tough fight, man. Hard to score.
That's why I don't really rate Bowe. I see people putting up posts rating Bowe. Bowe only fought Holyfield, and the reason Newman said they fought Holyfield because he was a smaller guy.
Well, that's not why they fought. He was the undisputed champion. He had to fight him.
Yeah, but he fought him though. Like, but he didn't like. They wouldn't have put him in there with no Tyson or no Riddick. They felt like he could beat Holyfield.
Man, he would have fought them guys if they had the belt, maybe.
But he didn't though. He had the belt. And he didn't fight no. Goliath. He could have fought better people than that though. Beats.
Man, he didn't fight. He fought some well, not for the title. Nah, he didn't fight. He wasn't the best. He wasn't the best opponents, but he was good, man. Bowe was good, man. Bowe was good. He was all right. He just couldn't last long. He just didn't have no longevity, man.
Yeah.
He just didn't have no longevity. He peaked early, man, and like his punch resistance and his discipline and everything, that just went early. Yeah. Riddick.
Yeah, I don't know. He just disappointed me.
Yeah, man.
And I thought Meldrick Taylor was going to be unbeatable, too.
Nah, his defense just was he didn't give a shit about defense, man.
He started off with defense, but in the middle of the fight, he'll forget about it.
Yeah, once you got in a few exchanges with him, you could draw him in.
Yeah, he remind me of Vargas. Vargas, once you hit him, you want to fight.
Yeah.
That happened he won the fight. That happened in the Buddy McGirt fight. He wasn't using his technique. Buddy McGirt hit him. They started fighting in the pocket the whole fight.
Who's that, Meldrick Taylor?
Yeah.
And he beat the crap out of Buddy McGirt, though, man.
Yeah, because he was super fast. Buddy McGirt couldn't see the punch.
Yeah, he couldn't see the shots coming, man. He couldn't see the punches coming at him.
Yeah, he was like, you too slow.
I couldn't believe how fast he was in that fight.
He looked like Speedy Gonzalez fighting a fat dude.
He's the fastest fighter ever.
I think he is too. Because
Ever.
look like Meldrick Taylor. Look how fast Meldrick Taylor looked against Simon Brown.
Yeah, he outboxed my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't fight. No, Buddy McGirt fought Simon Brown.
My bad. Buddy McGirt, that's what I meant. Buddy McGirt went up after he lost to Meldrick Taylor. And
I remember when he outboxed Simon Brown. Yeah.
Knocked him down, too.
He knocked him down. I couldn't believe I was shocked, man, when Simon Brown was on the floor. I was like, oh, damn.
I thought Simon Brown was going to beat the hell out of him, though.
Nah, Buddy just dominated it, the speed and the jab.
Did Meldrick Taylor win around that? I mean, did Simon win around that fight? I don't think he did.
He got comprehensively schooled. He got schooled.
Yeah, he got schooled. That fight right there made me think Terry Norris was going to walk through Simon Brown.
Nah, he landed that overhand right, man. Norris got decked, man. I'll never forget that, man.
When Norris went back to the round before, when Norris went back to the crown, when he was hurt the next round, because he was hurt from that punch, he came back out and got knocked out.
Yeah. That was some knockout, man.
I couldn't predict no fight like back then because I thought Simon tricked you because Simon beat Tyrone Trice.
That was a war, though. The second fight was easier, but the first one was a war. Yeah,
but Simon, like, he unpredictable. Some fight, he don't look like shit, but the next fight, he look like the best thing in the world.
Yeah, Marlon Starlin beat him, man.
Yeah, that was a good fight, though.
Yeah, it was. I watched it the other week.
Simon Brown, when he beat up Maurice Blocker, that was bad.
I had to watch that. I mean, I was going through one of my vids and I was talking to him and I said, damn, I ain't seen that fight.
What, Blocker and...
No, I never saw Starling and Thing. And Brown.
You know what was a hard fight, though? But that was a good fight to me. Buddy McGirt and Frankie Warren.
They had two fights. Frankie Warren beat him in the first fight.
Yeah, Frankie Warren outworked him.
Yeah, he outworked him, man. Little small Frankie.
Frankie Warren can fight.
Yeah, he could, man. He could. He was a good inside fighter, man.
Yeah.
The good inside fighter, man.
He was with that Duva camp when they had all
Look
the
at the
guys.
reach. Look at the reach. 77-inch reaches, both of them. Starling and Simon Brown. Welterweights, bro.
And Stallings was like, Stallings can fight though. I always like Stallings.
That's massive reach, bro.
Yeah, that's damn
for welterweight.
Yeah. Well, Stallings, shot the hell out of me. Stallings went all the way up to middleweight and competed with Michael Nunn. That was a good fight.
Yeah, it was. It was a good fight, man. It was a good fight. They had it wide though. They gave Nunn the fight by some wide margins. It wasn't that wide.
It wasn't that wide. What I saw.
It wasn't that wide at all. Yeah. I didn't realize Simon Brown had a 77-inch reach and Starling as well. I knew Starling had long arms.
No wonder they short, but no wonder they used to try to fight from the outside a lot.
Yeah. You see, man, Simon Brown, man. I remember they brought him in to get beaten up by Sean O'Sullivan, the Canadian dude. And he beat the crap out of Sean, man. He beat the crap out of him, man.
Simon Brown was a beast.
Oh, no, look who he's got in his corner. He's got Pepe Correa.
Pepe Correa, he used to train. He trained a lot of people, though.
He trained Ray Leonard and Lennox Lewis. He told Lennox Lewis to go knock out that bum, Oliver McCall, after the first round. And Lennox got his ass knocked out. What an idiot, man. Go knock the bum out. Go knock. Oh, what the?
And got fired.
Yeah, Frank Maloney was pissed, bro. He was pissed. Well, Kelly was pissed. Kelly was pissed about that. He said he just threw away Lennox's title. He did.
Yeah, I remember that fight.
Yeah, threw the fight away, man. Threw the fight away. I see Lennox coming out, throwing these hooks up close, overextending himself. Lennox, that's not Lennox's fight.
And you know, Emmanuel Stewart was in Alex Stewart corner. That fight. You know that, right?
Against who?
Against Lennox.
Lennox never fought Alex Stewart.
No, all of them, my bad. All of them that called Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Man, yeah.
And then when they fought again, he was in Lennox's corner.
Yeah.
But you go back to that fight, you can see damn Emmanuel telling them what Lennox was doing wrong. He go.
Man, Oliver McCall caught a breakdown in the second fight. That was crazy.
That was
crazy.
Head crack. Smoked all that crack.
Yeah. Head crack. Smoked all the crack in a minute. You was whack. Hey, yo, ex, is that your girl? Yeah, I had to stop her because she caught on the plastic of the...
Because Lennox pulled off the pressure and he just couldn't stop.
Yeah, I had to drop her. Not couldn't stop her. I had to drop her because she...
Whoa.
That was sick, man.
I didn't understand that. I was like, what the hell? Because he was walking around crying.
Yeah, man, was like crying, man.
Then he put his hands down, told Lennox to hit him. He wouldn't even fight back.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
I think the referee that stopped the fight because he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, he didn't know what was going on.
Because Mills' name was like, what the hell?
You know, and Lennox was just... Lennox was like... I don't know what... Lennox should have been trying to take his head off.
Lennox didn't know what was going on because it looked like Lennox looked at the referee one time like, what the hell?
Yeah. Like Lennox was just sort of like pouring at him.
I think they knew something was wrong with him, and I think that's why Mills Lane stopped the fight.
Man.
I don't actually think it was nothing to do with Lennox Lewis. I think he was high and something happened in the fight. That's what I think.
Man. These welterweights were different from them days, man. 70 reaches, man. Fucking hell. That's
why I was like, that's why I say Florida had, because them guys was big.
Yeah, they were big, man. They were big dudes. These were big dudes.
A lot of them guys fought fighting at middleweight.
I mean, Simon Brown fought Hopkins for the title at middle. They got beaten up, though.
Yeah.
You remember
That
that?
was old. Yeah, I remember that. It was an old song. I remember Vincent Petaway knocked Son Brown ass up.
And he was still punching on the ground.
Yeah.
Petway just messaged me on Facebook, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, with that app about. I mean, he hasn't replied back to me. I was asking if he wanted to interview him, man. But I ain't got to reply back.
Vincent Petaway was a beast.
Yeah, he could punch, man. Did he beat Gianfranco Rossi?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, man. I remember he beat Gianfranco Rossi as well.
He was scheduled to fight Trinidad, but they put somebody else in there because I still got a recording from the HBO telecast on my VCR tape. They put that what's that dude in front of Vincent Petaway place.
I remember a good fight, man.
I was scared of that fight though.
If Petway caught him early.
Yeah, that's why I was scared. I'm like, because I love Tito. I'm like, hell, Petaway might knock Tito ass off.
Yeah, if he caught him early, man.
Yeah. Well, Petaway can punch.
Yep, he sure could. He sure could, man. Good era, man. Good era.
Guerrero
couldn't survive in that era, man.
No, he couldn't beat nobody in that era. He won't even beat, what's that Jamaican cat name that was staying in England?
Who, Laing?
He couldn't beat Kirkland Laing, or he couldn't beat
Laing would outbox him easy, man.
He couldn't beat the other guy, too.
What's the other guy? If he caught Laing on the right day, he'd probably beat Laing. If he caught him on the right.
He wouldn't beat Laing. Or he wouldn't beat the other Jamaican guy that fought, that beat Donald Curry.
From Hunnigan.
He wouldn't beat Hunnigan.
Nah, he couldn't beat Hunnigan. He couldn't beat Lyde. No, but Kirkland, you could catch him on inconsistent days. You know what I mean? You can get at him.
You're right. Like he caught Duran on the inconsistent day.
Yeah, he beat the brakes of Duran, man. He beat the brakes of him. Yeah. Despite what people would say, oh, Duran wasn't trained. No, he got beaten.
But like you said, you catch Kirkland Laing on one of those days. It's the same with Duran. You catch him one day, he could be beat.
Man, look at these fights, man. Daniel Gill versus Jared Fletcher. Who cares about that fight? What was that, for the Australian title? Yeah. Tim Witherspoon's writing a book.
About what?
The 1980s heavyweight boxing scene. He's talking about all the shit that King put him through and all the skullduggery.
Yeah.
I want that book, man. I definitely want that book.
I want to read it, too. Tim Witherspoon was good. I thought he beat Larry Holmes for the belt, actually.
Tim Witherspoon was a ring genius, bro. I mean, he's a genius.
Did you have Holmes win that fight?
I have Witherspoon winning, man. I had Witherspoon winning.
Me too.
Good fight, though.
Witherspoon was on that shit, too, wasn't he?
Huh?
Wasn't Witherspoon on that shit, too?
I'm not sure. I think he took marijuana. I think he got caught. He might have actually got caught with marijuana in his system. Coke? I'm not sure. I don't think he was on the coke. No. I'm not sure.
You know who was? I had to put a post up. You know who was the most garbagest, the wackest heavyweight in the 90s to me? They were trying to make a star out of him on Tuesday Night Fights.
Who's that?
James Thunder.
Oh, James Thunder, the New Zealander.
I like, why are you putting this rubbish on TV? Y'all keep trying to sell this dude.
Man.
They were hyping that dude up.
I don't know why they were I remember when they brought him to the UK to fight Derek Williams. And Derek Williams, I couldn't believe it. Derek Williams put hands on him, boy. He fucked him up.
I think Joe Hill beat him up, too. You remember Joe Hill?
Joe Hill, the Indian.
Yeah,
the Indian dude with the bad leg.
Yeah, he had a bad leg.
Joe Hip had a bad hip.
He damn sure did. I was like, this dude is the wackest fighter I ever seen in my life. He was built like a tank, but he was garbage.
Remember he knocked out that guy who Foreman took the distance in about 10 seconds or so, but Crawford something. He started Jerry Thunder torched him, man. He starched him.
When to be a big guy like he was, he ain't had no chin. Cause you remember he fought Chris Bird.
Did he fight Chris Bird?
Yeah, Chris Bird beat the shit out of James Thunder.
Yeah. Thunder wasn't anything, man.
But they were like, we got James Thunder. Like fighting on Tuesday. They used to push that guy. He was like a regular one.
Yeah, he just had big muscles and a big punch. But I mean, he was too short for one. He just had big, massive muscles. But I mean, he didn't have the craft.
But he didn't brawl. He used to try to box. He was horrible at that. He just was whack.
Yeah, he just wasn't all that really. Wasn't all that.
I used to hate watching him on TV. I used to get mad and cuss. I'm like, why the hell y'all keep putting this dude on TV?
Yeah, James Thunder, you know. But when he knocked out Crawford Grimsley, that's the guy. Grimsley took Foreman the distance, but that was an old Foreman. He knocked for one punch in her first punch, man.
Then Maurice Harris beat him up too.
I think he did. Man. Maurice Harris. That's James Addy Bashir's man right there, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he used to train him, innit? He used to work with him.
Was he training when Derek Jefferson fought him?
Yes, he was. He was in the yeah. I don't know if he was in the corner.
That punch gonna go down in history beats though.
That punch was sick, man.
That punch gonna go down in history.
That's one of the best knockouts. You recording
this, right? You recording this?
Yeah.
Everybody on YouTube watch the Derek Jefferson Maurice Harris fight.
Yeah, that's one of the best.
The sickest knockout.
That's one of the sickest knockouts, man. The gum shield just flew out, innit?
Yeah, the way he fought, like he fell in slow motion too.
And he was down before. Jefferson was on the floor himself, man.
Yeah, Maurice Harris. When I seen that punch, man. They show that punch in every knockout highlight reel though.
Yeah, that's one of the worst, man. Like, wow, that was sick, man. You know what another serious knockout was, man? Dominic Gwynn when he knocked out Michael Grant.
Who, Derek?
Remember Dominic Gwynn?
Dominic Gwynn, yeah, he ain't panning out neither.
Remember he knocked out Michael Grant though when he was a prospect. He was unbeaten at the time.
He beat out. Yeah, he knocked out Michael Grant, but Michael Grant was coming off of losing the efforts too.
I thought he killed Michael Grant though, man.
What's the other guy he fought? It was like another heavyweight he fought. Dominic Gwynn. They were pushing. It was another dude.
I can't remember. I remember Monty Barrett. Did Monty Barrett beat Dominic? I'm sure Monty Barrett beat Dominic Gwynn. Way back when.
But he was alright though. He just didn't. I don't know.
Just didn't pan out, man. Just didn't pan out.
Didn't pan out like they thought he was gonna be. But they would push him on HBO after he beat Michael Grant.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they tried to fast track him, but that was just it just wasn't gonna happen for him, man. Wasn't gonna happen for him.
Nah, that wasn't going down.
Dominic Gwynn. Yeah,
and what's the other prospect name that was gonna I thought was gonna do something?
That's when the American heavyweight started to tail off from them days, man. Around that era there. When was that? That was about
90. That was in the 90s.
2000, was it? Nah. When did he fight Michael Grant, man? It wasn't in the 90s.
That was like in the, it wasn't no 2000.
No?
No. Google it right quick. I thought that was in the late 90s.
Dominic Gwynn, man. Dominic.
You know that other prospect, I thought he was going to do some Lou Duvall. He ain't do nothing at light heavyweight.
No, he won a title. He did win a belt.
But they played him. He beat Virgil Hill. He didn't get credit for them that fight.
He won a belt. It just didn't pan out for him, man. Yeah, he lost, yeah.
I used to like that dude.
Yeah, 2003 KO'd Michael Grant, man. I knew it went 90s.
It was 2003.
Yeah, he was unbeaten, man. Yeah.
Michael Grant was just big. He ain't like that fight.
Yeah, it was a great knockout, though.
Yeah, what's the other dude name? Lou Duvall, man, I thought he was going to do something, though.
Well, I remember the first time I saw him, that was on either Screen Sport or Eurosport, and he knocked out Eddie Smulders, the Dutch guy. He fucked up Smulders. He was good, man.
Louis Duval from Queensbridge.
Yeah, he's from the bridge.
Yeah, he was in Nas's Light video.
The bridge. Was he in Nas's Light video?
Yeah, he was in the bridge 2002.
Damn.
He grew up with them.
Remember, he was first man to Floyd Roy Jeezy, man.
He beat up Virgil Hill. He knocked Virgil Hill down. I don't see how Virgil Hill won that fight.
I can't remember that fight.
He knocked Virgil Hill down twice, I could remember.
I remember it. Who won?
They said Virgil Hill won, but they were fighting in Virgil Hill hometown, though.
Damn. Yeah, he was good, man. He was good.
Yeah, I used to like that dude. I used to like David Reid, though. David Reid, they pushed him up too quick, too. He only had 14 fights when he fought Tito.
Yeah, he won the Olympics, isn't it? But, you know, they fast-tracked him quick, man, and he blew out quick.
Yeah.
Sad what happened to him, man. Sad what happened to David Reid, man. But what was it? Did his eye stop him from boxing?
Nah, because he was a champion before. He had that eye problem in the amateurs.
Yeah, but did it get worse?
No, it got worse when he fought Tito.
Why they put him in with Tito for, man? I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, after 14 fights, they threw him in there. He had beat somebody. Who did he beat before he fought Tito? What's that dude's name? Fuck, I can't think of. Keith Mullins. That's why he won.
Oh, Keith Murray. Keith Murray. He beat up Terry Norris late in his career, didn't he?
Yeah, he beat up Terry Norris.
Yeah, he stopped him.
Yeah.
Stopped him, man, with his long ass arms. I remember that.
Yeah. Keith Mullins was a tough dude.
Yeah, he was tough, man. He was tough.
What's that black dude that fought Arturo Gatti on Friday Night Fights? It was a black brother with dreadlocks. That was a good ass fight.
Arturo Gatti with dreads.
His name was Joe something.
That one's lost me.
I can't think. I got that on VCR tape. That was a good fight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of prospects. Tony Ayala might have been the best prospect ever.
Reid was good, though, man. Reid was good.
Yeah, Reid was good, very good.
But it just didn't pan out, man. You know what I mean? Like, but they pushed him early, man. They pushed him too early, man. Way too early. It was like, you know, they couldn't wait to eat off him or something, man.
I think they did that with Overcar, too, because when Overcar was young, he was putting him against Livingstone Bramble.
Man, you in this Overcar. Overcar was whack, bro.
Overcar was whack.
He was overhyped.
Yeah, I thought he lost to Livingstone Bramble, though.
Overhyped. I mean, look at the stage he fought Bramble at. You know what I mean? Overcar was hyped.
Yeah.
He was hyped, bro.
I mean, they were trying to compare him to Sugar Ray Leonard and shit.
I know. You see, that was Manny, though. I mean, Manny I was hyping him up, man.
Yeah.
Manny let the propaganda go over.
Yeah, he left Emmanuel Stewart left him alone because the dad wanted to be in the corner or some shit happened like that.
Man.
Because when he fought Tito, he didn't have, man, he had that dude that got banned in Mexico because they fought on the Chavez undercard.
Hell yeah.
What's that dude that got banned name for fucking with the gloves?
We got fucked with the gloves.
Panama.
Yeah, he was in his corner, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the corner, but they fought in Mexico.
Yeah, because the ban was only in America.
Yeah, it was only in America. So Panama Lewis is really not banned. They're only in the United States because he was in Trinidad corner. And he can still train people because you watch if you go back and watch the Assault in the Rain documentary, you see him. He trained Zav Judah for Arturo, not for the Miguel Cotto fight. He trained Zav Judah for the Miguel Cotto fight, but he couldn't go to he couldn't go in the arena. He watched it from a bar.
Damn. That was fucked up what they did, man.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Pull the horsehair out of the gloves, you know.
Yeah. Did you watch the documentary though?
Yeah, I did.
Like some drug dealers bet on that fight, right?
Did I see the same documentary where he went round to Collins' house and they wouldn't let him in?
Yeah. Go back when they were talking about the fight. They said drug dealers bet on that fight. That's why there was a lot of money involved. Two guys bet. They met in a bar somewhere.
Damn, man. That shit's crazy, man. That shit. Why did they do it, man? But Panama
from what I was reading on that documentary, listen to it, they didn't think Louis Resto could beat that dude. That dude was like a good prospect, undefeated.
Yeah, he was, man. He was. Billy Collins, man.
Yeah. Cool.
He was he undefeated? I think he was undefeated, man.
Yeah, he was undefeated, top rank guy, undefeated. I was listening to the documentary the other day.